This show is part of OnePlace, a daily network of focused briefings across the stories people follow most.
Welcome to our daily celebrity roundup. We have a packed show today covering everything from royal scandals to Hollywood memoirs and some very high-profile family reunions. Let's get right into the headlines.
Blake Lively enjoys a stylish family trip to the Cotswolds.
Britney Spears reunites with her sons for a sailing trip.
Tiger Woods' inner circle expresses deep concern after his arrest.
Eric Dane's upcoming memoir will address his past scandals.
Taylor Swift narrowly avoids an awkward run-in with John Mayer.
Jeffrey Epstein reportedly joked about adopting Prince Andrew.
Jennifer Lopez stuns fans with a Barbra Streisand cover.
Taylor Frankie Paul faces new domestic violence investigations.
Vanessa Trump breaks her silence following Tiger Woods' crash.
Vanessa Trump ignores the DUI drama on social media.
First, Blake's British getaway.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have been making the most of their time in the UK. They recently took their 4 children, James, Inez, Betty, and Olin, on a truly idyllic trip to the Cotswolds. The family stayed at the luxurious Soho farmhouse after spending some time in London and watching Ryan's team, Wrexham, play against Chelsea. Blake shared some wonderful moments on social media, including a visit to her friend Prue Leith's farm. It's a bit of an unlikely friendship that started back in 2023 when Blake and Ryan visited the Great British Bake Off set while Ryan was filming Deadpool nearby. Prue mentioned they became quite friendly during those weeks of filming.
The trip wasn't just about visiting friends. Blake also tried her hand at some traditional countryside pursuits. She posted photos of herself holding a falcon at the owl sanctuary, though she jokingly pointed out that she was accidentally holding her Chanel purse in the same hand as the falconry glove. She called it falcon holding, but make it fashion. Beyond the fashion moments, she also shared a sweet, sneaky fan photo of Ryan at the Wrexham game, admitting that after 14 and a half years together, she still has a massive crush on him. It sounds like a perfect family retreat, filled with sports, fashion, and some quality time with British icons like Prue Leith.
Now to Britney's family.
Britney Spears had a very special weekend, reuniting with both of her sons, Sean and Jaden, for a sailing trip. This is a significant moment because while Jaden has visited her recently, Sean hasn't been seen with his mother since last year. The boys, who have been living in Hawaii with their father Kevin Federline, joined Britney on a boat, and she shared several videos of the outing on her private Instagram. Britney looked happy and healthy in a pink cropped top and white shorts, while the boys kept it casual in t-shirts and sneakers. It's heartening to see them spending quality time together, especially given the public nature of their family dynamics over the last few years.
This reunion comes at a pivotal time for Britney, who has been focused on her sobriety following a DUI arrest earlier this month. Sources say she has been regularly attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings in Los Angeles and is being very open about her journey. She's reportedly staying away from alcohol entirely, sticking to fancy coffee drinks instead, because she wants to be fully present for her children. The insider mentioned that being close with her sons again is truly healing her heart. It seems like she is making a concerted effort to maintain these relationships and stay on a positive path, and having her sons by her side is clearly a huge part of that motivation.
Next, Tiger's inner circle.
Following Tiger Woods' recent DUI arrest in Florida, his inner circle is reportedly very worried. Friends are urging the 50-year-old golf legend to get real about his current stage of life and the physical limitations he faces. Sources close to him say that while he is a good person, he is often surrounded by people who enable him because they profit from his reputation. There's a sense that he hasn't fully come to terms with his age and the toll his various injuries have taken on his health. He still has a deep desire to compete in major tournaments like the Masters, but his friends believe he needs to find a better balance and stop pushing himself so dangerously.
The situation is complicated by Tiger's private nature. He reportedly despises public scrutiny and prefers to stay at home with his kids or play video games. However, his recent legal trouble has put him right back in the spotlight. Some sources suggest he is still struggling with the loss of his father, Earl, even 20 years later, and that his peace of mind has run amok over his physical pain and his passion for golf. Despite the drama, his girlfriend Vanessa Trump is said to be supportive of his career decisions, including a potential return to the Masters. It's a difficult time for the athlete as he navigates these health challenges and the fallout from his recent arrest.
Moving to Eric Dane.
The late Eric Dane, known for his roles in Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria, left behind a completed manuscript for a memoir that is set to be published this November. Titled My Book of Days, A Memoir in Moments, the book will reportedly tackle the 2009 sex tape scandal that the actor felt haunted him for much of his adult life. Dane passed away in February at the age of 53 after a battle with ALS. The memoir is described as a deeply personal work that covers his early years in Hollywood, his journey with sobriety, and the clarity he found after his terminal diagnosis. It's expected to provide a very raw look at his life and the challenges he faced.
Regarding the scandal, Dane's perspective seemed to shift over the years. In 2014, he expressed regret, mainly because it involved his wife, Rebecca Gayheart. However, by 2019, he had changed his tune, stating that he didn't view it as a mistake since it involved consenting adults. Sources say he actually died at peace with the situation, having moved past the shame that initially surrounded it. The memoir, published by Maria Shriver's imprint, will also focus on the beauty and weight of his final days and his thoughts on the future for his family after his passing. It sounds like it will be a powerful legacy for his fans, and a way to set the record straight.
Now, Taylor's close call.
Taylor Swift and her ex-boyfriend John Mayer almost had a very awkward encounter this past weekend. Both stars were in attendance at Paul McCartney's concert at the Fonda Theater in Los Angeles. Photos surfaced showing Taylor chatting with Olivia Rodrigo and other friends, while John was just a short distance away mingling with other guests. The two famously dated back in 2009 when Taylor was 19 and John was 30. 2. A relationship that many fans believe inspired the song Dear John. Given their history, a face-to-face meeting would have certainly made headlines, but it seems they managed to avoid any direct interaction during the event, which was packed with other celebrities as well.
According to reports, Taylor was aware of John's presence and made a point to keep her distance throughout the night. When it was time to leave, she reportedly used a separate exit to ensure they didn't cross paths outside the venue. It's a classic Hollywood move to avoid the drama of an ex-encounter, especially at such a high-profile show. While fans are always looking for a sign of reconciliation, or even just a polite nod between the two, it seems both are content to keep their distance. Taylor has been busy with her own life and career, and it's clear she wasn't looking to revisit the past during a night out at a concert.
Next, the Epstein files.
New allegations have surfaced regarding Jeffrey Epstein's relationship with Prince Andrew. A Russian model who was part of Epstein's circle for several years claimed that Epstein once joked about wanting to adopt the prince into his family. She described the atmosphere when Andrew visited Epstein's New York townhouse in 2010 as very informal and family-like. The model expressed her own confusion at the time, noting that she looked very young and wondered why a British prince would be comfortable in such an environment. She suggested that Andrew's presence served to legitimize Epstein, making it harder for someone in her position to judge what was happening when a member of the royal family was a frequent guest.
These claims come as Prince Andrew continues to face the consequences of his association with the late financier. He was stripped of his royal titles and patronages by King Charles last year, and was recently evicted from his longtime home at Royal Lodge. Furthermore, he was reportedly arrested in February for allegedly sharing confidential travel documents with Epstein during his time as a trade envoy. The documents supposedly detailed his trips to places like Singapore and Vietnam. The ongoing revelations continue to damage the reputation of the royal family, and these latest comments from a former victim highlight just how deeply embedded Andrew was in Epstein's social world, raising even more questions about his judgment during those years.
Now, J.Lo's Vegas show.
Jennifer Lopez is making waves with her new Las Vegas residency at the Coliseum Theater at Caesars Palace. One of the standout moments from her show is a bold cover of Barbra Streisand's signature song, Don't Rain on My Parade, from Funny Girl. It's a difficult song for any vocalist, but J.Lo reportedly nailed it, bringing her own flair to the Broadway classic. Perez Hilton shared a video of the performance, praising her for taking big swings and delivering a brilliant show from start to finish. The residency seems to be a high-energy mix of her classic hits and unexpected covers, showcasing her versatility as a performer and her ability to command a massive stage like the one in Vegas.
The performance has sparked a lot of conversation online, with fans impressed by her vocal range and the theatricality of the production. It's clear that Lopez put a lot of thought into the set list, wanting to offer something more than just a standard pop concert. By including a Broadway staple like Don't Rain on My Parade, she's tapping into a different kind of performance style that fits the grand setting of a Vegas residency. The show also features plenty of the high-octane dancing she's known for, making it a full-scale spectacle. It seems the J.Lo show is exactly what fans were hoping for, proving that she still has the star power to headline one of the biggest rooms in the world.
Shifting to Taylor Paul.
The drama surrounding Mom Talk star Taylor Frankie Paul continues to escalate with new reports of domestic violence investigations. Taylor is currently under investigation for a third incident involving her ex, Dakota Mortensen. This follows a series of public altercations, including a 2023 arrest and a more recent blowout fight during the filming of Season 5 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. The situation became so volatile that production on the show had to be paused. Dakota has reportedly been granted temporary custody of their son and a protective order against Taylor. These developments have had a major impact on her career, including ABC's decision to pull her season of The Bachelorette just days before it was scheduled to air.
It has also been revealed that producers of Mormon Wives actually forced Taylor into a mental health retreat earlier in 2025. This was reportedly at the urging of Dakota, who told executives that he wouldn't film unless something was done about the ongoing issues between them. After the retreat, Taylor allegedly returned to filming as if nothing had happened, but the underlying problems clearly persisted. The Utah Division of Child and Family Services has also stepped in, ordering psychological evaluations for both parties following allegations of child abuse made by Dakota. It's a deeply troubling situation for the reality star, as her personal struggles continue to play out in a very public and legally complex way.
Next, Vanessa's first post.
Vanessa Trump has made her first social media appearance since her boyfriend Tiger Woods was involved in a rollover car crash and arrested for a DUI. The 48-year-old former model chose to focus on her daughter Kai Trump rather than addressing the incident directly. She reposted 2 videos from Kai's Instagram stories, one showing the 18-year-old at the Miami Open with other golfers, and another where Kai discussed her childhood in the sport. This silence on the actual crash is notable, given the severity of the accident where Tiger's Land Rover ended up on its side. While Tiger's breathalyzer test was negative, he was charged after refusing to provide a urine sample to the police at the scene.
The couple only recently went public with their relationship in March 2025, and they were seen together just days before the crash at the TGL Finals. Vanessa was not in the car when the accident occurred, but the event has certainly put a spotlight on their new romance. The crash happened in Jupiter Island, Florida, and police noted that Tiger appeared impaired at the time. Despite the legal drama and the physical trauma of a rollover, Vanessa seems to be trying to maintain a sense of normalcy on her social media. By focusing on her daughter's achievements and interests in golf, she's keeping the conversation on family and the sport, even as her partner faces significant legal and personal challenges.
Finally, Vanessa's social media.
Adding to the discussion about Vanessa Trump's social media activity, many fans have found it strange that she has completely ignored Tiger Woods' DUI arrest in her recent posts. Instead of a statement or any mention of the crash, she shared a Q&A her daughter Kai did about how Vanessa was actually the one who introduced her to golf. It's a very curated approach to a crisis, choosing to highlight positive family moments while a major news story involving her boyfriend is breaking. Some see this as a way to protect her privacy and that of her children, while others are surprised she hasn't offered even a brief comment on Tiger's well-being following such a dramatic accident.
Tiger was booked for the DUI after appearing lethargic and refusing tests, though luckily no one was seriously injured in the rollover. Vanessa's decision to stay tight-lipped follows a pattern of privacy for the couple, who have only been dating for about a year. Even though she didn't add any personal comments to the reshared posts, the timing is definitely being scrutinized by the public. It raises questions about how they are handling the situation behind the scenes. For now, it seems Vanessa is letting the legal process play out without adding her own voice to the media storm, focusing instead on her daughter's burgeoning golf career and their shared love for the game that brought her and Tiger together.
That's our roundup for today. Thanks for joining us for these stories. We'll be back tomorrow with more updates. Follow us to stay informed on the latest news every single day.